India has just created history by testing its first hypersonic long-range missile. The missile can maneuver mid-flight and flies over 5 times the speed of sound. This is significant as nations such as US, China and Russia are locked in a race to develop and deploy hypersonic missiles. So in short, India has earned another laurel in the advanced military technology area. But it seems some individuals are not happy over this development. For instance, yesterday a post by a Twitter account named Benedict Spence went viral. This user shared a screenshot of Reuters news headline about India's successful hypersonic missile test, and he wrote, India receives hundreds of millions of pounds in aid from UK every year. The UK doesn't even have hypersonic missiles. Hell, it can't even dig big holes in the ground to collect water. Now, if Mr. Spence is unaware, let me educate him. In year 2012, a former Indian finance minister and President Pranab Mukherjee in Rajya Sabha had described UK aid as peanuts. Since then, British politicians, journalists and intellectuals have been questioning their government over financial aid to India, given the fact that New Delhi is financially well off by itself. India in year 2015 had asked the UK government to stop the aid which the latter was supposed to do, which it did not. The UK is still providing aid to India according to a study published in March 2023 by the ICAI, but it also noted that its form and goals have changed. It claims that 2.3 billion pounds of aid from the United Kingdom was provided to India from 2016 to 2021. The ICAI investigation made it obvious that the British cash was flowing to various programs in India, including investments, and not to the Indian government. The Indian government is not receiving any aid from the UK government or any other body. So what Spence is even talking about? Afterwards, when his post went viral and he was educated by Indians on Twitter, he sheepishly replied, I'm not being rude about India but the UK. Let me tell you, Spence, what's the real funny thing here? You are trying to criticize the UK, your country, and even for that you choose a day when India is shining on the global platform. Why did you choose a special day for India to criticize your country by bringing up non-existent aid? The reason why our doubts are quite severe on Spence because this isn't the first time when former colonists were enraged over India's success. You remember last year when India's Chandrayaan-3 successfully landed on the moon, the British media ranted about the UK's financial aid to India. The tirade was started by a British politician named Ben Habib who was irritated by so-called aid by UK to India and claimed New Delhi should show generosity over it. Next, what follows was condescending remarks by British journalists and other political commentators. Notably, Patrick Christus, a GB News presenter, hilariously demanded India to return the 2.3 billion pounds.
I would like to congratulate India on landing on the dark side of the moon. I would also like to now invite India to return the £2.3 billion foreign aid money that we sent them between 2016 and 2021. We're also set to give them £57 million next year, but I think the British taxpayer should keep hold of that, don't you? We should not be giving money to countries with a...
I don't know if Patrick knows, but UK owes much more to India. Utsa Patnaik, an economic historian, had published research in 2017 which established how the British colonial regime looted almost $45 trillion from India from 1765 to 1938. This amount is several times the annual GDP of the United Kingdom. Even if UK is willing to return, it would be unable to. The point is, the arrogance of former colonists knows no bounds. Even when Chandrayaan-3 was launched, there were comments. This arrogance often travels through borders to unite Western races who are jealous of India's rise. You remember, when India was successful in its Mars space program, the NYT published an offensive cartoon. So maybe the British should talk less about other nations and instead pay more attention to theirs, which is close to becoming a rabbit hole of radicals.